There are over 3,000 people in the United States currently sitting on death row, with nearly another 50,000 serving life sentences without the possibility of parole. Even though these people have been convicted by a jury of their peers, their economic impact still remains in society today. Capital punishment should be used swiftly and justly against these people for the crimes they have committed against society. Today I'm here to tell you why the use of capital punishment is morally right, economically right, and why it should be used on more than just murder cases. So is capital punishment morally right? For me, all I have to do is look into the Bible. In Genesis chapter 9 verse 6, it states, "Whosoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed." In Leviticus chapter 24 verse 17, it states, "He who kills shall surely be killed himself." And for me, that God condones capital punishment in the Bible, because there's many more statements like these that you can find throughout the Bible. So is capital punishment a cruel and unusual punishment? Let me ask you this question. Shouldn't a cruel crime deserve a cruel punishment? So what are the economic impacts of capital punishment? In the state of Georgia, on average it costs $46 a day or $17,000 a year to house a prisoner in the United States prison system. But as we grow older, we require more health care, thus raising those costs of these people sitting in our jails. So what is the difference between housing these people for life and using capital punishment on them? It is estimated that capital punishment could cost over $1 million more per prisoner in the United States than letting them live in jail for the rest of their life. So why is this? Why does it cost more to execute somebody than it does to house them in jail for the rest of their life? In the United States, the average person sits on death row for over 12 years, with many been sitting there for over 20 years. The number one reason people sit in jail for so long, and the number one reason it costs so much to use capital punishment, is the endless appeals that our judicial system allow these people. But shouldn't common sense tell us, if these people are allowed so many appeals, they have their regular trial where they are convicted by a jury of their peers, and then they go through these endless appeal courts all the way up to their highest court before a final ruling is made, then why do we not just cut out the middleman? Why do we not just give these people their regular trial and their appeal goes straight to the highest court, cutting out much of the cost of capital punishment? So why should capital punishment be used on more than just murder cases? Even though there are some states that still have laws where technically capital punishment could be used on more than just murder cases, the last case at which capital punishment was used on anything but murder was in the state of Alabama in 1964 for a rape case. Why should the taxpayers have to sit and take care of these people for the rest of their life, even though they have committed such heinous crimes against society that they are locked away in jail and must spend the rest of their lives there? Who is really being punished? Them or society that must take care of them for the rest of their life? Why do we not use the money that we spend housing these criminals for the rest of their life and furthering our nation for the future? So in conclusion, Should we allow these prisoners to constantly eat away at society, or should we do something about that? This is why capital punishment should be used, and used swiftly and reformed. So ask yourself, which is more important? Housing these people for the rest of their life because death is cruel and unusual, or taking away from the future of this nation?